Welcome into Extra Time. Ali is back.
Yes.
And before we talk about a lot of Messi questions, we've got to talk about a tweet that you put out last week, which said, Mr. Moreno, driving around with teenagers during college visits really tests the fabric of the family structure. You still got your wedding ring on.
Yes.
So it didn't...
No, it didn't collapse.
Didn't joke it.
But it was close.
What was the main issue?
Well, the fact that we're stuck in a car together for hours upon hours, and it can be very tight quarters when people don't have a lot of patience. And you have one teenager that is focused on whatever colleges and university he wants to see, and you have the other teenager who's not interested at all because he's not in that point in his life just yet. So he feels like he's being dragged around for no reason.
Well, he's got a point.
Yes, but so he's complaining.
Huh?
Well, correct.
Come and stay at mine.
Yeah, lovely.
So he's complaining. The other one is complaining because this guy's complaining.
Right.
And then sitting right next to me is my lovely wife, who all I wanted her to do was find a place to eat. That seemed to be too difficult. It was, and of course, you add that the fact that I'm not the most patient person in the world.
Yes.
And perhaps I tend to be a little mean when I get upset.
Uh-oh.
And so then things just kind of snowball.
Snippy?
A little snippy.
Yeah, a little, you know. Yeah.
But you survived it.
Yes. Well, I think what we managed to do well was break up the trip in different times, and so we went to a safari at one point. And
together or?
Yeah, together. I did.
Melissa, just go and have a look at what's around that tree.
Get in the car, quick.
Quick story in the safari. Before we get out, okay, so we do the safari, and then there's a petting zoo, whatever.
Oh, yes,
okay.
nice.
So
goats, always goats.
Yes, and there are a few other animals. She wanted to feed the giraffe, so we did that.
Teenagers love petting zoos. Let's go to the petting zoo.
No, they were into it. They were into it. So, but in any case,
I'm staying in the car.
So she had her phone.
Have we got to go? Have you bought the tickets yet? You've already got a ticket.
Okay.
She had the phone in her pocket, in her shorts or whatever, and it kept coming off. And I said, leave that in the car.
Yes, don't need it.
Right, don't need it. She didn't leave it in the car.
No.
So we got around, walking, fed the giraffe, fed some birds and things and such, and we
went the wrong way about it.
We get back in the car, and now she goes, "Where's my phone?"
Yes.
I mean, I cannot tell you how incredibly upset I was. Didn't I tell you?
Oh no, you didn't say that. No,
babe.
He got red mist.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Red mist. Red mist.
Didn't I tell you? Right. Last thing I tell you. We went around the petting zoo looking for the phone. The phone had fallen in the car. It was in the car the whole time. It was in the car the whole time.
Meanwhile, Jules has got to get up at 4 a.m. because he's flying to Paris to see his beloved Lionel Messi for the press conference.
He was in the car.
He's got no time for stories.
Jules is sitting God.
But I feel we should keep up with the Morenos, you know, like the Kardashians. But every time Ali talks about the family, he deserves a documentary on ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus, that'd be good, Ali. Bit of fresh content up there.
It was in the car the whole time.
For Jules, will Pochettino be able to manage high-profile players with egos, seeing what happened previously between Mbappe and Tuchel at PSG?
It's one of the questions. We listed some of them tactically and how you play and etc. And that's another one. It feels though that Messi arriving, and again, they're not the closest of friends, but they come from the same city in Argentina. They know each other well. And I don't think egos will be the problem. Maybe the problem will be there's one ball for that front three and they will have to share it, and maybe plus Verratti. But I don't think egos could be an issue that could, derail the season or something like that. I don't think team spirit will be a problem. And I think Pochettino would be good. Imagine all that time at Spurs where he didn't even have one signing, and suddenly he gets Donnarumma, Wijnaldum, Hakimi, Sergio Ramos, and Messi all in the space of 1 month. I mean, again, he's won the lottery.
Yeah, it's pretty bonkers, isn't it?
Do you know what? It's fantastic when you have a player like Messi, because all the players, regardless of how good they are or what kind of careers or the whole gamut, it always comes down to, well, you know what? If that guy's not got an ego,
right?
How can I have an ego?
Right.
Perfect.
Steve and Ali, were you ever enemies with a certain player, but then eventually ended up as teammates, similar to Messi and Ramos?
Yes.
Ooh, that was
100%.
Very quick. Very quick.
He sat right next to me.
Hey!
I couldn't stick this guy.
Right,
he
'cause of
used
his-
to
'cause he
drive
dived,
me
so-
mental.
Because of his diving. Yeah.
Oh, he used to. If the wind was blowing, he'd fall over.
Oh,
Seriously.
man.
And I used to slaughter him from the sideline.
Right.
But fortunately for him, and fortunately for me, well, fortunately for him, he couldn't understand me.
Yes.
Fortunately for me, the fourth official couldn't understand me.
Right, because you would have been
Because I
fined.
used to give this guy a mouthful.
Oh, and now,
And now he's my teammate.
Yeah. Hey, and there I thought, I always, you know what? Because players talk, right?
Yeah.
And I would have loved to have played for you, Steve. You see, I had,
See?
I
See how
had a
things
different
can turn
feeling.
around?
beautiful.
Different feeling.
Beautiful. How is losing a club legend, Ali, after 21 years to a state-owned club with unlimited resources worse than the Super League? Oh, it's deep. That's a deep question for extra time.
There's so many layers to the question. So many layers to the question.
Wow.
There's and this is based on bitterness to begin with.
Right.
Right.
Well, Mike Miller.
Yeah, well, Mike is a little upset for other reasons,
Right.
but I think, Mike, this is what I would tell you honestly. You got to ask questions of your own club, of Barcelona, and you have to ask questions as to what they did to get to this point. Once you answer those questions and you figure out that your club has done you and your fans a disfavor, and they have
What?
what?
What did you say there?
You didn't understand that? Just like me on the field trying to figure you out.
Did you what? I just what?
You know what? See,
I just
Wait,
think
now
that.
the enemies are back.
yeah.
That's
See,
it.
see, I thought we were friends. In any case, Mike, Barcelona got a run to begin with. Let's not mix this together with the Super League.
For Jules, do you think Neymar will focus more on his game and party less since he's being reunited with his great mate Messi?
Maybe, although the partying is, trust me, he's less of that. I mean, he could not go out during the pandemic anyway, and everything was closed in Paris, including the night.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a shame.
Hey?
Oh,
Yeah, right.
About Neymar's activities.
what?
Oh, no, still definitely frozen. Will League One's
By the way,
non-competitive...
hey,
Yes.
How upset would Jules be if we had to start again?
Of course, because it's
Because he
4
wants to go to
a.m.
bed. He's up
Yeah.
at 4 a.m.
Yes.
What time is it where he is?
It's 11
10
o'clock.
o'clock at night.
10, 11 o'clock. Yeah. Oh, what?
We'll start again.
Hey, start again. Ali,
Yeah.
so you went to college.
So let me tell you about the Safari. The phone was in the car.
Stevie, World League 1, competitiveness hinder PSG in the Champions League like it has in the past. Will it help save Messi fitness to play in the Champions League?
So you have to say yes. I don't think there's any doubt.
It will hinder them.
I think that it has to hinder you when not every single game, but in general, you don't have to be at it for 90 minutes.
Right.
And that's nobody can argue with that.
Okay.
It has to bite you more to do with the physical side when you're playing a Champions League game against a team like Liverpool, or Man City, whoever it is, who from the first to the last minute are going to be at it.
Right.
Because physically your body's not used to that. So it has to affect you. But then the other side of the coin is they got so much ability that it'll be enough to see them over that problem.
Stevie, how important is it that Liverpool sign a midfielder like Florian Neuhaus or Bissouma or Renato Sanchez before the start of the season?
Oh, please get that right. It's Renato Sanchez.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
I actually think it's important that Liverpool sign a midfielder. Well, actually, there's two things here.
Okay.
I think it's important that Klopp decides, is he going to try and be the same model? Is his team going to try and be the same model of pre-pandemic, where they're losing 6 games at home and collapsing and all kinds of stuff?
Yep.
Or is he going to try and move the club on? Because we thought that a couple of the signings, you know, people like Keita, was about having somebody in the midfield who could maybe go forward and score more goals or play more passes. Does he decide to go back to the model that made them successful and sign a midfielder who, you know what, is just going to defend the same way that Henderson, Ronaldo and Fabinho role, where they just defended and gave the ball to the front three? And if that's the case, then he has to, in my opinion, go and sign somebody who is going to 100% do that.
Who?
That's the question.
Oh, I thought you were going to
I
answer.
thought there was going to be an answer.
As always, plenty of questions.
Yes.
And not enough answers.
Is that a saying?
Oh, did you just make
I
that
don't think
up?
I've ever heard that in my life.
Well, there you go.
Very creative today.
For Ali, what is your favourite memory of Messi in a Barcelona shirt?
It's a goal I think he scores in a Copa del Rey, I want to say a Copa del Rey final against Athletic Bilbao. I'm thinking there was a Copa del Rey final. From the right-hand side, with about 3 or 4 guys on him, he cuts to the inside, and then outside again, scores a goal. That was great. But honestly, my best memory of Messi doesn't come with Barcelona. It comes with playing against Messi in World Cup qualifiers for Barcelona. Messi and all of them, and Argentina, and anybody who played against. I could not stop us. Venezuela 1-0. We beat them in World Cup qualifiers.
Wow.
That's right. Well,
did you ask for a shirt afterwards?
I did not.
Did anyone ask?
You know what? I didn't need his shirt.
No.
I had the Venezuelan pride on my back.
Wow. How's that work?
I'm sure he wanted my jersey too.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah. Sorry, Lionel. Sorry.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back tomorrow for more. Be sure to join us then as we continue our countdown to the start of the big leagues right across Europe. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.